a god so powerful, even Hippocrates swore an oath in his name. Asclepius, the hero and god of medicine in Greek mythology. He was the son of Apollo, god of prophecy and light, and Coronis, the princess of Tricca in Thessaly, a region long believed to be the birthplace of Asclepius and the cradle of his cult. But the first coins bearing his image did not come from Tricca. They came from Larissa, a city in Thessaly, just 60 kilometers away. On this silver coin from Larissa, 5th century BCE, we see Asclepius leaning on a staff, the sign of the free citizen and the wandering doctor. On the obverse, a trotting horse beneath an 8-rayed star, and a plant with 2 leaves and a rising flower stem. And on this Larissa coin, also 5th century BCE, the head of Asclepius appears bearded, with long wavy hair and a laurel wreath. On the obverse, we see a bull's hoof upon a shield. According to mythology, Apollo entrusted the young Asclepius to the wise centaur Chiron, tutor of heroes. There he learned the secrets of medicine and the hidden forces that bound life to the body. And Asclepius surpassed them all. He became greater than Apollo, greater than Chiron, the first true physician. The symbol of his power was a rod with a single serpent, coiled gently around the staff. This was the rod of Asclepius, the true emblem of healing still used today in medical institutions around the world. A symbol also seen on his coins, like this one from Pergamum, 2nd century BCE. Another beautiful coin from the 4th century BCE shows the nymph Larissa on the obverse, her serene face linking the coin directly to the land that birthed the ancient cult of healing. On the reverse, Asclepius, a powerful profile with beard and long hair, the serpent curling softly beside him. His sacred legacy lived on in the sanctuaries, the healing temples known as Asklepieia. Pilgrims traveled across the ancient world seeking cures, visions, and hope. The oldest stood in Tricca, but we find them also in Epidaurus, in Kos, and in Pergamum, the great sanctuary of Asia Minor. The early portraits of Asclepius are so lifelike that scholars proposed a bold hypothesis that his image was modeled after Hippocrates himself. This bust of Hippocrates from Ostia shows an unmistakable similarity. And then, the oldest version of the Hippocratic oath appears. I swear by Apollo the physician, and by Asclepius, and by Hygieia and Panakeia, and by all the gods. A direct connection from medicine's greatest teacher back to the god who embodied healing. The Romans embraced Asclepius with equal devotion. On this coin of Gordian III from Odessos, 3rd century CE, the emperor holds a globe in his left hand and raises his right in greeting. On the reverse, Asclepius stands with his serpent-entwined staff, while Hygieia, his daughter and goddess of health, feeds a snake from a phial, a perfect image of divine medicine and purity. On this medallion of Caracalla, 3rd century CE, the emperor's laureate and cuirassed bust faces right, a gorgonion on his breastplate. On the reverse, he rides on horseback, arm raised, followed by an attendant, and to the right stands a statue of Asclepius. It is said that Caracalla, tormented by illness and paranoia, traveled to Pergamum seeking the god's healing power. Across history, 255 mints issued coins of Asclepius, a divine network of healing stretching across the ancient world. For almost 1,000 years, doctors, pilgrims, emperors, even Hippocrates himself, turned to one name for healing: Asclepius, the god who held the boundary between life and what lies beyond.